concentrated power of will. 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
This is head coach Kelly Housewright of your Gate City Lady Blue Devils, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be and however you may be listening to us. Thank you for making us a part of this beautiful Saturday evening. You're listening live to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. I'm Joe Carter, along with Chris Carr and Rob Ferguson will be joining us here shortly. We're coming to you live from Gate City's Middle School Gymnasium as we kick off coverage of the 2018-19 basketball season with the VHSL benefit game matchup between our Gate City Lady Blue Devils and their cross-county rivals, the Cove Lady Eagles. Here on the Premier Pharmacy pregame show, we'll have an in-depth look at the Gate City Cove matchup. We'll talk about the keys to the game, a preview to the upcoming season, the starting lineups, and get you ready for a great night of basketball action. So we'll be back in just 1 minute. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Every family's goodbye is different. So at Carter Trent Funeral Home, we're dedicated to providing you an exceptional level of personalized service to ensure your arrangements will be as unique as your loved one. From cremations to burials to life celebrations and more, we have the trusted experience to provide options that truly meet your needs. So with any questions you may have, give us a call today at 423-390-8762. Again, Carter Trent Funeral Homes, proudly serving the Tri-Cities for almost 100 years with locations in Kingsport, Church Hill, and Scott County.
And we're back here, Gate City's Middle School Gymnasium, along with Chris Carr. Chris, how's everything going tonight?
Things are going amazingly well, Joe. I had a great Thanksgiving, ready to get this season started.
Exactly. So let's take a quick look back at what Gate City was last year in terms of the overall record. They finished 8-14 overall, 7-6 in the conference. They finished 4th place in the regular season, and they lost in the first round of the Mountain 7 District Tournament to Union. Their season ended with a heartbreaking 59-54 Region D quarterfinal loss to top seed Virginia High, in a game in which they actually led the entire ballgame until 3:22 left in the fourth quarter. Injuries, though, plagued the Lady Devils last year. Sharpshooter Kayla Bird missed almost half the season with a hand and wrist injury. Sophomore sensation Sarah Thompson, who was named All-Region and All-District last year, missed 12 games herself, again to a broken wrist. One time or another last year, 6 players missed multiple games, and it was just kind of one of those seasons. Standout Tori Powers, who is playing this season for Emory and Henry, led Gate City last year in scoring, and they graduated 5 seniors. So,
well, you know, Joe, talking about graduating 5 seniors, we've got a pretty good mixture this year coming back. 4 seniors, we've got 4 juniors, couple sophomores, 6 juniors.
Yep, there you go.
Sophomore, a couple freshmen. We've got some depth. I like the way that they're building with the younger girls. They could have a pretty special season this year.
You know, that's one of the things, you know, we take a look at the Mountain 7. You got Wise Central, the 2-time defending state champions. However, the Mountain 7, talking about, it's the toughest district in the state of Virginia in Class 2A. In the last 7 years, there's been a representative from our conference in the VHSL Final Four. Our Lady Blue Devils started that tradition 7 years ago. But looking at the keys to the game tonight, first thing is Gate City must create spacing in their offense by hitting their outside shots. Gate City shot less than 30% from the outside of the paint in 12 of their losses last year. Without that outside game, teams just packed it inside. And again, they held Gate City to less than 40 points in their 14 losses. Increasing the rebounding is another big thing from last season. Last year they ranked almost dead last in the Mountain 7 District in terms of overall. Third thing is, you talked about that just a minute ago, utilize their strength. 10 of the 13 members on this roster are either juniors or seniors. They've got a lot of experience back. Plus, you've got freshman Riley Housewright, Sarah Thompson, who's a sophomore. They're going to play a lot, so they're basically go 12 deep and they'll be able to run at a lot of people. Again, hopefully they'll be able to utilize that moving forward.
You know, Joe, I'm really anxious to see freshman Riley Housewright get some playing time. See how she stacks up against the big girls.
And, we're talking about big girls. Fourth thing is, they've got to get Dobbins-Bennett transfer, 6'5" post player, Jaden Fullen, in and early in the offense. That's going to be a thing. We're going to talk to Coach Housewright, hopefully in an interview here within the next couple of days, is how her team has progressed in utilizing her and, of course, meshing as a team in general.
It seems like chemistry is just about everything in high school basketball. Let's hope that the girls can find the right combination and get rolling.
And in talking about the whole Mountain 7 conference, again, Wise Central is the hands-down pick to win it. Then, of course, they're followed by Ridgeview. Ridgeview, of course, won a state championship 3 years ago. Again, that's the consolidation of the Dickinson County schools. Abington is the preseason pick number 3. Of course, the 3A Falcons, always tough, always got a lot of depth. It's going to be interesting to see. Union is actually picked number 4. Again, the Lady Bears last year knocked out Gate City in the district tournament. Gate City's picked 5th, followed by John Battle and Lehigh, rounding out the 7 of the Mountain.
Well, the great thing about basketball is there's always that conference tournament. Yep. You get hot at the right time, anything can happen. Always reference North Carolina State.
Exactly. Now, talking about the opponent tonight, of course, Cove comes in here, cross-county rival. Well, I don't know if you want to say it's a rivalry or not. They're a 1A school. Gate City is a 2A school. Cove last year came off winning the Cumberland District Championship in terms of the tournament. They lost to Eastside in the Region D Finals, and then they lost to Perry McClure in the state quarterfinals.
Well, Joe, with full disclosure, I did spend Thanksgiving right outside of between Duffield and Blackwater, right in the middle of Cove territory.
So you, so maybe you did a little extra scouting for us. Is that what you're saying?
I couldn't do much more than get off the couch after all the food my mama fixed for us. But last year I thought it was interesting. Cove, they were 500, 6-6 at home though. They were 5-4 on the road, so they play well on the road. We're going to be ready for that tonight.
And again, it'd be interesting to see this early in the season. Tennessee's already been playing for almost 2.5 weeks. Virginia just now starting to get rolling. Again, this is the first ball game for each squad. Be interesting to see. Of course, this is a VHSL benefit game. It actually doesn't count as the standings, of course. We'll count it, But
well, it depends on how the game unfolds.
Exactly.
But there is a really good crowd here tonight. Honestly, there's more people than I was expecting, being a holiday weekend and a game that, quote, doesn't count.
Exactly.
There's a great turnout tonight. Great atmosphere. You can really feel everybody's amped up for this season.
Again, like I said, the kickoff to 2018-2019 Gate City basketball is here, and we are ready. Again, about 5 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and again, get you ready for this Cove Gate City matchup. Again, you're listening to the Premier Pharmacy pregame show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
James River Advisors believe in establishing deep, long-lasting relationships with their clients. They work with those clients on a variety of financial planning topics, including investments, trust, college planning, retirement planning, and tax planning. And in fact, they limit the number of clients they work with so that they can know and understand each of their clients better. Edwin Cox manages the Gate City location, and we invite you to reach out to him today at 276-690-8014. Again, that's 276-690-8014. He's located at 191 West Jackson Street in Gate City.
And we're back here with the Premier Pharmacy pregame show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Gate City's just now went into they're about to come back out the warm-ups. We're about 3:30 away from tip-off again. Rob is somewhere. We've lost him somewhere.
I spy. We have a Ferguson spotting coming
goodness.
up to join us right now.
So again, we'll have the starting lineups. We'll talk about this matchup here in a little bit more as, again, Gate City finishing up with warms up. Cove down shooting some free throws on our right-hand side. Again, we're on the visitor side as we face the Gate City crowd. Again, We'll take a quick break, come right back, have the starting lineups, and get you ready. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports with the Premier Pharmacy pregame show. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Would you be better over there?
With over 100 offices throughout Virginia, you can count on your local Virginia Farm Bureau insurance agents to be there when you need them most. Whether you find yourself in a fender bender, insuring your first home, or with a new addition to the family, our agents are ready to help you through every stage of life. Connect with your local agents, Whitney McConnell, Richard Helms, and David Weddick here in Scott County at 386-7411 or online at vafb.com. Coverage provided by Virginia Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company and their affiliates.
No.
And we're back here. 2 minutes left till tip off. Again, want to thank our sponsors, some of our advertisers. Talk about Trinity Funeral Home, Model City Event Center, Premier Pharmacy, Carter Trent Funeral Homes, Delegate Terry Kilgore, La Coretta in Weber City, Ken Russell Barbershop, Christina Kilgore Wiggs of A-Team Professional Realty, Farm Bureau Insurance, Campus Drive-In, Broadwater Trading Company, James River Advisors, and Broadmoor Senior Living of Johnson City. Again, they make this possible, and we certainly do appreciate them. So, Rob is joined us now. Rob, glad to have you back up here.
Man, it's great to be back, ready for 2018-2019 basketball.
So here we go. Let's talk about the starting lineups before they put the lights down and make us so we can't see again.
That's exactly right. We're about a minute 25 away from tip-off tonight. Dry Cove comes into tonight's game with only 10 varsity players on their roster, but they start a senior-laden class. Starting tonight will be, first of all, senior Abby Vickers. She'll be starting at guard along with Katie Roller. Playing forward will be Grace Roten, number 24. Playing at center tonight will be number 32, Kayla Jesse. And playing the other post position, the only non-senior starting tonight is junior Kayla Sloan. The Rock Cove Lady Eagles are coached by Ms. Kelly Hood, assistant coach by Ms. Lisa Roten and Jake Hood. So, again, they only have 10 players on their roster again, but 4 of them are seniors. Real quick, the starters for Gate City tonight. Again, our Gate City Blue Lady Blue Devils are coached by Ms. Kelly Houseright. Sophomore, number 23, Sarah Thompson, will start at guard. So will Kendall Quillen, a junior, number 5. A senior, starting at the pivotal third guard position, will be number 14, Katie Pendleton, with Mariah Mullins and Jaden Fuller starting at forward. So we're ready to tip it off tonight, Joe.
Well, we're going to have the national anthem. We'll take a quick break, come back on the backside of it, and get you ready. Again, you're listening to the Premier Pharmacy pregame show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
For exceptional Mexican food and the perfect place to stop in before heading out to watch another Gate City victory, La Coretta Express in Weber City offers a tremendous menu of authentic Mexican cuisine at a great price. La Coretta proudly supports Blue Devil Sports, and they're open 7 days a week, even until 10 p.m. every night except Sunday. So dine in with them today or give them a call at 276-386-7000 for call-in orders. Again, that's 276-386-7000, and they're located next to Weber City Drug on U.S. Highway 23 in Weber City. Family owned for 3 generations, Broadwater Trading Company proudly supports Gate City High School and wishes the Blue Devils the best for a great upcoming season. Broadwater Trading Company is your local steel dealer, and they've got chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, outdoor power equipment, and much, much more, including farm equipment and supplies. So go by and see them today at 297 West Water Street or give them a call at 386-6